Hello! My name is Sebbi and welcome back to the coffee break in Minecraft. Today is Thursday, June 26, 2025. I'm on my way back home after successfully trading with my librarians. So, let's break camp. Make sure that I'm safe down there. Carefully descend from the tree and continue to walk home so that I can use one book of mending I got. I think I only need to get one more book of mending before I'm done with enchanting all my tools. So that's cool. That's exciting. Yesterday, as I told the story of the Japanese sushi, I forgot to talk about the end of that day. We went to the bouldering gym again. The bouldering culture in Japan is a little bit different to what I'm used here in Germany. The bouldering gyms are smaller. Well, I'm not quite sure if they are actually smaller. The one where we went to was much smaller than what I'm used to. Also, it's way more crowded. My partner said it never was as crowded as during the times when we were there. The first time I thought, okay, it's kind of crowded because I just created some new routes, so everyone is excited about trying out those new routes, trying to finish them. This shouldn't be the case for the second time going bouldering. So I was really looking forward to this. I was really looking forward to do some, at least I would call good training. But after some kind of chill beginning, it quickly filled up. It was exactly the same as the last time, so it was super crowded. And there is the different culture of trying a route once, then stepping back from the match and letting the next one try their attempt to complete a route, which generally is fine, but when it's super crowded, it's really annoying, and it really annoyed and overstimulated me. Being more of an endurance athlete, I'm more used to like, okay, I failed an attempt, so I immediately jump back on the route, on the wall, to give it a second attempt until either I exhaust the route or I really feel like my arms or my hands, my fingers, something needs a break, or I move to a different place. But with these Japanese rules, with the Japanese bouldering culture and that, or in the bouldering gyms, it felt like, okay, I'm standing here around for like 5 minutes, 10 minutes until I can get my next attempt. So it felt again like, okay, I'm doing nothing, no training, nothing whatsoever. And yeah, this really frustrated me because I was so much looking forward to, hey, finally doing some bouldering again, finally doing some cool exercises. Then I was just standing around again, not feeling like, okay, I'm getting anything from this. And yeah, got really annoyed by this, really wanted then to take a step back, wanted to just stretch and just say, okay, I'm done with it. It's at least for the time being. Maybe I try again later when things calm down or so. But yeah, my partner also realized that I'm not doing well, and I feel super sad, super sorry and annoyed about myself, having been in that kind of state and basically also affecting their thoughts, and they wanted to care for me, and I think I would have just needed a little bit of silence, well, not silence, of just, okay, I do stretching for a bit, and then maybe I see, maybe it calms down a bit and can give it another try or so. But yeah, it's really a thing where it was like super frustrating for me because I couldn't do what I'm used to do, and it didn't feel like I would be training. But at the same time, it was like, yeah, so overstimulating, and I got so annoyed and frustrated by it. And then it also affected my partner, which I felt super sorry about it. So this was really a thing where I felt super sorry and sad about it. And yeah, I don't know. I don't know. On the one hand, I wish I would have been way more relaxed or so. Or on the other hand, we would have had much more luck that I just could have done a little bit more bouldering. And when I start to get tired or so, I'm more than happy to take longer breaks in between. Yeah, it was also a little bit of a wrong moment, but anyways, I just felt then later annoyed by myself because my partner tried to somehow care for me, and everything felt just completely wrong that day. But yeah, we afterwards went for a bit of a walk through the nightlife of Tokyo, and had a good evening. We also went up to the roof of the building where we stayed and enjoyed the view from there. They even have, it's not a complete park, but it feels like a little bit of a recreation zone on top of that building, which is kind of cool. So this was nice. The next day was, at least for me, somewhat of a chill day. My partner had to work. I first took a look at my videos, at the footage I recorded, and then decided to go to the Museum of Contemporary Arts in Tokyo. Was a nice walk there through a little bit of park. I also saw they do have somewhat of a botanical garden there. I wanted to check it out later after I've been through the Museum of Contemporary Arts. But at the stage, then the botanical garden already closed. But yeah, went there, looked at, well, patches of color on walls. It was really modern art. It was kind of interesting also to see the development of art in Japan. I mean, they had one of the exhibitions was also starting in 19, maybe it was 100 years or so, like starting 1925 and ranging to 2025 or so. This was cool to also go through this, to see various exhibits and so on. And yeah, really enjoyed that museum. After the museum, I was also kind of thirsty and realized, okay, I need some more caffeine. This is so crazy. You have so much good access to good coffee in Japan, or to caffeinated drinks like green tea, and they have. I was so amazed by this. They have some bottled green tea, and this green tea is unsweetened. It's super delicious. It's always chilled, and I feel like I'm missing this here. I need to figure out how I can get this kind of green tea here also as a refreshment, as a drink to re-energize myself. So yeah, I had to get something of this. I had to get a little bit of a. How did you do that, horse? I am quite sure that I put you into the warehouse. How did you how did you find out how to open the door? How did you do this, horse? Or did you somehow glitch through it? Is everything still fine in here? Oh, that's strange. There's definitely no hole in the wall. Okay, I still have Lead has secured the horse. I have some paper here. And I can get my shears again. Oh, I don't need that much paper anymore. I have 23 emeralds. That's cool. And yeah, then I want to go to the botanical garden, but it was already closed, so I had it home. That day we wanted to go out and eat out at a Chinese restaurant, which the flatmate of my partner wanted to go to because they were leaving sooner. They have 2 days later or so traveled back to Europe, and yeah, we wanted to have some kind of farewell event before we went there. Before we went to that restaurant, we went to our pull-up bar to do some pull-ups. That's really cool. There's this little park where we could just do some cool pull-ups without really going to the big sports park. There's also some sports park nearby where we went to on a different day. But yeah, it was nice. It was nice to get some little bit of exercise in before then heading out to the Chinese restaurant. It was very good. It was very delicious food. It was a little bit strange, like they have a very cool, well, not only the Japanese restaurant, but several restaurants in Tokyo or in Japan had some kind of website situation where you can basically order for the table, but it's not like one single person has to order. It's more like everyone can order, and so it was more like, okay, we put together or everyone put something together in the order, and then we share everything. So it was super. That was very delicious. And yeah, we really enjoyed that place. At some point, I had to suggest that we move on because, like everything in Japan, the chairs were kind of small. After sitting there for 2 hours or so, my legs started to feel a little bit uncomfortable because the chairs were so low. This wasn't feeling good after some time. So yeah, we moved on and walked through the Tokyo streets at night. It was very interesting. We also went to one place where lots of little bars are located, and this looked really cool. It's basically the district where also the Blade Runner movie was inspired. And yeah, it looked really somewhat futuristic and very cool. So it was amazing fun to walk through those streets at night. Also with all those light sources and so on, gave everything a super cool, super interesting atmosphere. And yeah, we just had lots of fun walking there. Before, I think we walked then to, was it Shibuya or was it Shinjuku from where we took home? I don't know, one of those two big and important centers where we then started to make our way home. But yeah, that was cool. It was fun day, fun evening. So, right, I wanted to turn you into paper. I think I can leave the book here. Let's see what I need to enchant with the book. And yeah, that was nice and good day. The next day, my partner had to attend some meetings at the research institute. It was their last day at work, so to say, well, at the institute at least, and also had to give a final presentation. I was eager to go there and to see that final presentation, but I only wanted to get there for the final presentation itself and not for the mending. There's no mending. The brush has mending. The airnecks don't need mending. I think I wanted to enchant the chest and the pants from another explorer. I think that this is what I wanted to enchant too. So I got there later, but before that I stayed at home, was doing some video editing, was talking to the flatmate because they were about to leave the next day. So just wanted to hear how they are doing, how they are feeling, and having a nice morning before heading over to the institute. It was interesting to sit in a foreign team meeting and listening to their quick presentations, their quick progress reports. Also listening to the progress report, the final presentation of my partner. That was super cool. And yeah, afterwards we had a little bit of time to chill, get some snacks before heading to one of the Team Labs exhibitions. This is super fantastic. The Team Labs exhibitions are some kind of interactive exhibitions with lots of light and colors and other stimuli. Sometimes it affects all of your senses, which is super cool. It was really amazing to walk there. I think we haven't even managed to see everything because we get mending on those two things, and then I'm done. Then I'm finally done with enchanting everything, and I can move on to a different topic. I can take down that overdrive sugarcane farm. But yeah, the team lab was super amazing. They had so many cool things. First was like some big projection rooms. I mean, most rooms had some sort of projection, which was nice. They also had some rooms where they basically had a labyrinth. Well, there were multiple labyrinths. Some labyrinths were like was glowing orbs. You can walk around. Others glowing orbs hanging down from the ceiling. Others were from the ceiling hanging down LED stripes, which then lit up in various colors, and you were surrounded by light, and everything was cool. There was also a room where they had basically some kind of fog situation. They projected something on the fog, which looked super cool. So there were so many nice things. There were also like sometimes the floor was a mirror or something like that, which then gave you a completely new perspective, or made everything even more shiny and impressive. So this overall was super exciting, super cool. Okay, another explorer. You get your Book of Mending. Nice. And I'm not quite sure why maybe I should just leave those things here. Not in the chest. Maybe I need one row for tools and one row for armor. Like so. Then you can stay here. Actually, I need to see if I have enough. I have enough wool by now. Okay, this is just getting me on the horse. Okay, I will always have the lead in my hands. I see. And yeah, so basically that was super cool. There were some colored lights and some cool projections. Sometimes it felt like you can interact with those projections and make them follow your movement. So that was spectacular. That was super amazing. And we stayed there, took pictures, took lots of selfies, and so on until we got kicked out again. There were also some partly dark rooms where they played with light and projection walls, giving you different perspectives on things. So no, it were screens. I think it were LED screens. Even they were super sharp with their image quality. So yeah, this was just super cool, and we stayed there until they closed. And I think we haven't seen everything. So that was nice. Afterwards, we were kind of hungry, and we were then, okay, where do we want to get food? We're checking out Google to find some food before finally making the call. After food, there was also a friend, my partner in town, who was they were already under the way for dinner themselves, I guess, and they were also into they're super into cocktails. So we decided, okay, let's meet up and go to a cocktail bar. I think, I mean, I was told it was one of the best cocktail bars in Tokyo. There apparently was even some kind of outside terrace or so where you have a fantastic view. I unfortunately never saw this outside terrace because I was sitting with the back to it, and I wasn't noticing it. This would have been also pretty cool to sit there, I guess. We were sitting right at the bar because this was also so interesting. The friend of my partner, he's not only a bar aficionado or cocktail aficionado, he's also well known amongst the bartenders, and was like welcomed by everyone as we entered the bar. So that was cool. So we were placed right at the counter at the bar and got our cocktails. The cocktails were, compared to what we usually have to pay in Europe, super cheap. Well, this was also nice. They were a little bit too creative for my taste. I thought they had basically quote unquote typical cocktails or so, but they had their very own designs, their own mixtures, which were exciting, interesting, but felt like it was not none of those special cocktails really hit me. I went with the best compromise, I guess. It was good. It was really a good cocktail, but I felt like it was not super outstanding for being the best bar. But I guess that's I guess more my plate, my taste, that I'm not so much into cocktails, and I can't really value the creativity in them or so. But yeah, that was also very cool place. First, or cool day in general. First hearing, listening, and attending the last presentation, then going to team labs, to the interactive museum. This was super amazing. Trying out some cocktails. So yeah, really cool day. And with that, we are at the end of this episode. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you join me next time. Thank you so much for watching. Until then, my name is Sebbi. See you!